when Eric Cantona returns to Elland Road. The first of his 4 championship medals in the last 5 seasons was won with Leeds United when he joined their title push in 1992, although he only started 6 games. But a more recent exchange between the two clubs saw the transfer last month of Lee Sharp, who cost Leeds almost 4 times the fee for Cantona 4 years ago. Sharp began to repay that £4.5 million with the winning goal against Wimbledon in the last home game. Since then, Leeds have won 1-0 at Blackburn thanks to number 20 Ian Hart, who's had quite a week. They field an unchanged side with new signings Nigel Martin, Lee Bowyer and Ian Rush, as well as Sharp, all pleasing Howard Wilkinson, who's still without Dorigo, Dean and Yeboah. He awaits the decision of Oldham's Gunnar Haller, for whom Leeds made an approach yesterday. A change in the Manchester United side after Gary Pallister failed a fitness test on a knee injury this morning. It means they revert to a flat back 4 and Karol Poborski starts in midfield. Andy Cole is among the substitutes after recovering from pneumonia. They face Juventus in the Champions League on Wednesday, and the benefits of Alex Ferguson's increased squad, including Poborski, look about to be felt, especially while he's still without Roy Keane and Philip Neville. The match referee is Martin Bodnam of Cornwall, and he won't have quite as far to run this season at Elland Road. Howard Wilkinson has had the pitch narrowed to its original width. Well, sparks usually fly when these two meet. There was quite a hostile or volatile reception for the Manchester United team when they arrived at the ground. And a lot of rivalry here. Leeds have won the last 2 fixtures between the clubs on this ground after previously having a poor record. And there's Beckham. It's Butt who's made the forward run. Giggs in the centre. And a corner to Manchester United. Ronnie Johnson and David May on their way forward. Poborski to take it. There's Johnson off the line. Johnson off the line. Goal! Manchester United take the lead in their first attack, and Ronnie Johnson, the Norwegian, well, how many bites at that did he have? The Leeds defenders trying to cover their goalkeeper, scrambled it away twice, but here's the first header by Johnson, off the line by Ford, in again by Johnson, off the line a second time. It has to be an own goal by the goalkeeper, surely. It went in off his head. A most unusual sequence. There's Cruyff. He went past Kelly all too easily. And a follow-up, oh, well saved. Nicky Butt can't believe that. He hit it well enough. Nigel Martin, a splendid reaction save. Jordi Cruyff here left Gary Kelly on the ground, and he just knocked it back into the path of Nicky Butt. Good side foot effort, fine stop. Giggs missed it completely. Now Irwin. Another chance perhaps here for Giggs. And this time he blazes over. Oh, certainly packs a punch, Jordi Cruyff. Leeds had 4 or 5 white shirts around him, but not close enough to stop him from getting the shot in. Here's Giggs. Irwin's made a great run down the left, inside to Cruyff. Charles, pull back, penalty. Yes, David Weatherall, well spotted by Martin Bodnam. No question that he was pulled back. Wonderful move started by Cantona. Giggs, Irwin, here's Cruyff. There's the pullback of the shirt by Weatherall. It must be a penalty, it must also be a booking. And on the ground, where he was once a hero, Eric Cantona to take the penalty against Leeds. Oh, he's missed it. Well, I've never seen Cantona miss a penalty before. He's scored in cup finals, In the heat of big encounters, he's just rolled them in, and today he's rolled it past the post. A Cantona penalty miss. There's a collector's item. And Howard Wilkinson knows that for the moment his side have got off the hook. 5 forwards up, but a poor pass. And given away carelessly by Hart, and Poborski for Manchester United. It's a good run this. Oh, and Nicky Butt! 2-0. And a fine piece of play by Nicky Butt in particular, but also by the provider, Karol Poborski. The champions carving a hole in the Leeds defence. Poborski coming through after Hart had given the ball away, and look at Nicky Butt between the two white shirts and just prodding the ball past the advancing goalkeeper. It's Giggs, and this is Cruyff. Cantona goes the other way, and Giggs again. Cantona far post. Oh, and here's Beckham. Well, he's scored more difficult ones than that. Away, Poborski. Well, that could and should have been 3-0, and the Leeds crowd very unhappy with the way their team again gave the ball away. This is Ian Hart, who was slack, and Poborski floated it past the goalkeeper and wide. And Manchester United, and Cole tricking Richard Jobson, and he's in on goal here, Andy Cole, but the shot didn't do justice to what preceded it. This is Radebe. Oh, all too often Leeds have dwelt on the ball in their own half and been caught in possession. David Beckham, a dipping volley. Can he keep this sort of form up? Worrying times really for Howard Wilkinson. And his team here are 2 down with 15 minutes to go, and have shown no sign so far of breaching the champions' defence. But here comes Kelly. There's always hope. The play's come to an altogether to a standstill, but Gray to rush. Palmer. Ian Rush getting in front of his marker there. David Beckham, look at that. He's everywhere. And a good pass too to Cantona. That changes the whole shape of the play. And here's Karol Poborski right through on goal for Manchester United. And that just about seals it. It's 3-0. And Cantona congratulated by his colleagues, as is Poborski. That goal certainly wasn't made in England, but the combination of the overseas players, a joy to behold. Cantona on the centre line, releases Poborski clear of the defenders, and this time, having missed before, he makes no mistake. It's his first goal for Manchester United, and the opportunity put really on a plate for him by a delicate little pass from the captain, which sent him absolutely clear. Poborski driving it past the goalkeeper, and in the meantime Manchester United make another change. Brian McClare has come on in place of David Beckham. Here's Haitley, that's a good touch. This is Ian Rush. Oh, United first to the ball again through Ronnie Johnson. This is Hart. That's a good effort, the best we've seen all afternoon from Leeds, but it's come all too late. Here comes Lee Sharp, and Schmeichel is called into action. The last 60 seconds has been busier for him than the rest of the game put together. Lee Sharp this time. But it was Mark Haitley who came closest. Jobson heads it back across. Haitley against the bar, but it's just not Leeds' day. Forward by May. There goes Andy Cole. Tangling with Gary Kelly, referee in close attendance. Nothing to really trouble the officials today. It's been something of a one-sided contest, if truth be told. Radebe. Solskjaer hasn't seen much of the ball since he came on, but he has now. Cottoning on to Cantona's pass. Cantona again. He and Giggs have been almost Neville. Effortless in the way they've dominated proceedings at times. And Cantona again, and that's just how easy he's made it look. Well. If he felt the need to make up for the penalty, he's done it in time added on for stoppages. And it's 4-0 to Manchester United. As the ball's floated in from the right, Cantona gets his right foot wrapped round that. Solskjaer provided the cross, and Cantona, look at that for a finish. And the final whistle goes. Cantona has returned to Ellen Road in commanding fashion, and as Manchester United are applauded off after a 4-0 victory, despite a penalty miss, Leeds United are being booed off by a section of the crowd because today they were comprehensively outplayed and outmanoeuvred by the champions. And apart from one little spell right at the end, there wasn't a moment in the game when you could say Leeds looked like causing Beckham and Cantona and company any real trouble. Manchester United go off to Turin in good heart. Leeds United have some serious thinking to do.